What's up everybody, my name is Matt, I'm a paramedic, and today I want to go over the paramedic approved large first aid kit. In my obviously biased opinion, the paramedic approved line of first aid kits are the best first aid kits on the market, especially when you consider how affordable they are. In my last video, I went over the paramedic approved medium first aid kit, but today I want to briefly discuss the paramedic approved large first aid kit. These right here are our one and done kits. These kits are packed with a ton of equipment, which means that you will likely not have to worry about restocking for years to come. If you have a family or get yourself into trouble relatively frequently, this is the kit for you. Now, we also encourage you to have one of the smaller, more portable kits on hand as well, which means that you could use the large first aid kit to restock the smaller first aid kit. Tuck this one away in your home, boat, RV, and feel confident that you'll be set for the long term. All right, so let's go over what exactly are in these kits and how they are organized. All right, here we are checking out the paramedic approved large first aid kit. This is just jam-packed with all kinds of equipment, so let's go ahead and open it up and see what's inside. On the outside, obviously you can see a nice, sturdy, strong handle to carry around the kit with you. So let's start with right when you open it up, you can see that there is an ice pack right here in the personal section. You can also include any other personal items in this zippered compartment, so you can add medications, personalized advanced equipment, tourniquet, splint, whatever it is you want to add. There's also a second area for personal items. So let's go ahead and open it up and start from the left and work our way to the right. So at the top, you have your paramedic approved first aid reference guide. This comes in handy. When you get your first aid kit, you're gonna wanna run through this and make sure that you know how to properly respond to all these different kinds of emergencies, but you're always gonna have this on hand in case it's been a while and you need a little refresher on what to do in certain situations. This is always gonna be right there in the top left for you. Moving on, we have, there's a pen as well as a little booklet in here that you can record whatever items you may use or take somebody's sample history, whatever it may be. You also have splinter probes. Anybody who's had a splinter knows how painful they can be, and these come in handy on getting splinters out. You have your fever scan strips. If you don't have a thermometer, these come in handy to give you an idea on if somebody has a fever. You also have trauma shears here. These are used to cut away clothing or cut bandages to exactly the length that you want. Tweezers, nice pair of stainless steel tweezers in here. Down here we have our standard Band-Aids. Obviously, you know, as paramedics, first responders, we deal with a lot of the more significant traumas, but most injuries are minor. So Band-Aids, we have plenty of them in here. Shouldn't run out for a long time to come. We also have some tape to secure any bandages. Moving on towards the next compartment, we have an emergency blanket. This is great for shock or hypothermia. Plastic bag waste. Whenever you open up a lot of this stuff, you have a lot of packaging you can get rid of, or if something really like bloody from an injury, you can always put this away in a plastic bag. Skin cleaning wipes. These are great for making sure to prevent any infections on cuts or scrapes or any other injuries. Gloves, obviously I'm wearing gloves right now to encourage you guys to always wear a proper PPE. These are gonna be the first thing you go to when you open up your kit. Burn gel, this is great for if anybody's, you know, burned themselves on the stove. You obviously know how lingering that pain can be. These are great for not only moisturizing the area, but helping relieve pain. So let's move over to the next section. We have triangular bandages. These are great for two things. They can be used as a sling in case somebody hurts their arm or wrist. It also can be used as a head bandage. Moving over here, we have large roller gauze. As a paramedic, I can't tell you how many times I have used this in the past for traumas. It is like 90% of our traumas are going to use some sort of roller gauze to apply to the wound. You also have the paramedic approved CPR mask. This is great for cardiac arrests. This creates a barrier between your mouth and whoever's mouth it is you're performing CPR on. That way you're not exchanging any bodily fluids. Down here we have more pressure bandages. These are great great to really like cinch down and apply a lot of pressure to a major wound. They can also be used for like snake bites or sprains or things like that. And then these are these smaller conforming bandages, roller gauze. Most cuts are not like massive that you would want to use these for. So if it's something smaller, I intentionally put a lot of these in here. Like I mentioned, if you're an EMT, paramedic, like you know that these are the most commonly used items for trauma. So I wanted to make sure that this thing was just jam-packed with a lot of them so you won't have to restock for years to come. Moving over, we have saline. This is great for if somebody hurts themselves out on like the hiking trail or something, gets a lot of dirt, debris, rocks and stuff that you want to clean away from the wound before you apply a dressing. This is great for that. Moving on over to the last compartment, we have eye pads. These are great for eye injuries. You place over the injured eye and secure with maybe some roller gauze or a triangular bandage to prevent for any further injury. Standard gauze here. These are, you know, talking about before the roller bandage, this is what you're going to apply directly to a wound, and then you're going to wrap the roller gauze around it. Here is a combine dressing. This is definitely going to be your go-to if somebody is really bleeding a lot, like profuse bleeding, big major injuries. This is going to soak up a lot of blood. And then finally, there's the non-adherent wound dressings. These are great for burns. You know, you can't apply a normal dressing to a burn because ultimately it's going to stick to the skin and cause potential complications and infection down the line. So these are great for gauze that does not stick to the skin. And finally, we have skin closures. These are used to kind of bring the skin back together if it's kind of gaping open a little bit. Also referred to as like butterfly bandages. They help to really secure everything. So there you have it. That's the paramedic approved large first aid kit. As you can see, this thing is just jam-packed with so much stuff. Unless you're hurting yourself all the time, this is gonna last you for years to come. So tuck this one away in your house, RV, wherever you want it, and know that you'll be set for years to come. All right, I hope that was helpful and that you have a better understanding of why to have one of these large first aid kits as well as what's included in them. If you'd like to get your hands on one of these kits at an incredible price, head on over to paramedicapproved.com so that you can be better prepared for what life throws your way. And as always, be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and I'll see you in the next video. Hey, thank you so much for making it to the end of the video. If you haven't done so already, please hit that subscribe button over here so you don't miss any more life-saving advice in the future. And go ahead and check out one of these hand-picked videos on your screen. Take care.